Today we're talking about background checks and the three main types and what you need to know about them. Stay tuned. This is Tim Santoni and welcome to the Ask a PI show where we answer those questions you've always wanted to know but didn't know who to ask. Today we're talking about background checks and the three most common types. So the first and most common type of background check that most people think of is an employment background check or a pre-employment background check. This involves getting authorization from the applicant where there's permissible reason, which is an employer is hiring someone. These background checks must be authorized by the applicant and they must follow rules as outlined by the FCRA or the Fair Credit Reporting Act, as well as state and local laws. These must have authorization. The employee or applicant must obtain a consumer copy upon completion, and there's certain specific requirements on what those entail. The second type of background check is a due diligence background check, and this is something that an attorney may do in the course of a merger or an acquisition. This is also something that a business owner may do if they're potentially looking to acquire a company and or their executive team. Due diligence background checks do not require authorizations, but are often authorized in the course of a transaction and involve looking at a business's assets, the executive team's background, as well as other media-related things that impact the credibility of the company and the ownership and could impact the value and potential liability after a sale or a merger or an acquisition. So the third type of background check is that may be conducted in the course of litigation. This could be a background check on a defendant, a plaintiff, a witness that's going to be deposed. It involves similar type of research, criminal, civil background, social media, things like that. It does not require authorization from the subject. So in summary, there's three different main types of background checks: pre-employment background checks, due diligence background checks, and legal background checks. For both due diligence and legal background checks, the subject you're investigating will never know that they're being conducted. When you're doing a pre-employment background check, they will know because there's authorization on the front end and they're entitled to a copy. Thank you for tuning into the show. If you like what you see, please give us a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for future episodes about investigations, backgrounds, and technology, please subscribe to our channel. We look forward to connecting with you in the comments. If you'd like to have a question answered on this show, please send an email to tsantoni@santoniworldwide.com or connect with me on Twitter @tjsantoni and we'll answer your question on a future show. On this episode, and the three different types that most commonly people think of when they're